The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the vast expanse of the dark, turbulent sea. Captain Rustwick stood at the helm of his fearsome pirate ship, his weathered face illuminated by the flickering lanterns. Beside him, his battle-hardened crew, loyal and unwavering, their sinister grins reflecting the captain's own air of confidence. The crew had known nothing but trust in their captain. Rustwick was notorious among the pirate brethren for his audacious schemes and cunning stratagems. He had a reputation for making the impossible possible, for defying all odds. So when a trusted source provided him with an opportunity to raid a Navy convoy brimming with riches, he saw it as his golden ticket to further infamy. The source had been a confidant for years, a whisperer of secrets, and had fed Blackthorn with tantalizing information about the Navy's schedules. The intel was solid, or so it seemed, as it came from the highest echelons of the king's officials. They told him about a convoy of warships laden with treasures, making its way through uncharted waters, poorly protected and ripe for the taking. With the possibility of a lifetime of wealth and fame at his fingertips, Blackthorn's ego swelled like the sails billowing in the night breeze. Ignoring the warnings of his quartermaster, a grizzled veteran named Roderick, who had a sixth sense about such matters, the captain ordered the ship to set sail immediately. As they ventured deeper into uncharted waters, Rustwick reveled in his own audacity. His crew trusted him without question. They had been through thick and thin together, their loyalty unwavering. But as the days turned into weeks, the captain's initial certainty began to wane. The rations they had packed for the journey were running dangerously low. Hunger enveloped their bellies, and desperation began to set in. The source's coordinates had led them to a desolate part of the ocean, far from the Navy convoy they sought. The crew grew restless, murmuring their concerns to one another. Rustwick knew that if he revealed the truth of their situation, his crew would turn against him and he'd meet a gruesome end. They had seen his leadership as infallible, and he couldn't risk tarnishing that reputation. The captain's plan was sinister, a grim reflection of his desperation. Under the cover of night, he selected a small group of crew members for a secret mission. These chosen few, led by the captain's most trusted, would venture into the depths of the ship and silence those who posed a threat to their secret. Their plan was simple but grisly. The crew members selected to die were those who questioned Rustwick's judgment the most, or who were most vocally hungry. One by one, these crew members vanished, their fellow pirates oblivious to their fates. The captain had concocted a story of a terrible illness that had befallen them, making their sudden disappearance plausible to the apprehensive crew. Their absence was a testament to the captain's resourcefulness to them. As days turned into weeks, Rustwick's secret hunger-driven sacrifices continued, his desperation growing with each passing day. The crew, none the wiser, remained loyal to their captain, convinced that their plight was due to the wicked illness rather than his arrogance and ego. But the captain knew that their time was running out. He clung to hope that the Navy convoy would soon appear, their salvation and the key to proving his infallibility. And as the sea churned and the moon continued its ghostly vigil, Blackthorn's destiny hung in the balance, a treacherous game of ego, secrecy. As the days turned into weeks and their rations dwindled further, a sense of hopelessness washed over the remaining crew. They had seen their fellow pirates mysteriously disappear, believing the captain's tales of illness that plagued their ship. Fear chewed at the edges of their minds, but their loyalty to Rustwick remained steadfast. They clung to the belief that their captain was their savior, their guiding star through the darkness of the unknown. One fateful day, when the crew's morale had sunk to its lowest, a lookout high in the crow's nest called out, "Land ho!" The weary eyes of the crew, their bodies emaciated and spirits shattered, turned toward the horizon. In the distance, they saw the silhouette of an island, surrounded by alluring waters and framed by lush greenery. With newfound energy and hope surging through their veins, the crew cheered. Captain Rustwick stepped forward, his voice filled with authority and confidence. "This, my loyal brethren, is the culmination of my grand plan. I knew we would reach this island, a sanctuary of bounty and refuge, just as I promised from the very beginning." The crew, desperate and eager for salvation, believed the captain without hesitation. They toiled tirelessly to steer the ship toward the island, their minds filled with the promise of fresh water, bountiful food, and rest for their weary bodies. As they neared the island, Rustwick ordered the anchor dropped, and his crew eagerly rowed to shore in small boats. The island appeared idyllic, with vibrant vegetation and pristine beaches. They ventured into the lush interior. They soon came across an ancient village, its huts constructed of bones and weathered wood, adorned with totems. Suddenly, the ominous sounds of drums and eerie chants filled the air. Emerging from the shadows of the dense foliage, a tribe appeared, their bodies covered in markings and leather masks. They were a people untouched by time, a culture steeped in blood rituals and dark traditions. The captain's deception had led them into the heart of a deadly trap. As the cannibalistic tribe descended upon the pirates, the crew realized this island was no sanctuary, it was a nightmare. Panic and chaos erupted as the pirates were overpowered by the savage tribe. Captain Rustwick, desperate to save his own life, tried to offer himself as a willing leader intoxicated by his ego, attempting to negotiate with the tribe. But the cannibals had no interest in his pleas. One by one, the pirates were dragged away, their fate sealed by the merciless hands of the tribe. Rustwick found himself in the same position as those he had sacrificed on his own ship. No mercy was shown, and his screams joined the chorus of anguish that echoed through the dark heart of the island.